Oh my goodness. We are back. Soulful. How are you
Hey,
doing?
Cream.
Oh,
I'm doing good.
good. You look good.
Thanks.
Yeah. What are you doing? Like, what's going on there? You have a glow. You have a man.
I have an air fryer. It's almost the same.
Oh, shiza. I feel real Caucasian when I say shiza. What black person do you know uses the term shiza? It's German.
Right, very German.
It's very German.
Well, I guess, you've been on a Bridgerton kick for a while, so I think you're just catching one of the trains to one of the neighboring countries in the European Union.
I can't blame it on Bridgerton. I just think it's the fact that I'm so assimilated into Caucasian culture. Do you disagree? You side-eyed me.
See, I'm thinking here you're like the second coming of Idris Elba.
What does that mean?
Just you got that little bit of London culture just comes with you and comes out every now and then.
Oh, well, I don't know.
You ever been to London?
I have been to London.
Oh.
I went to London. I think I've been to London twice, actually.
Really?
Aren't I a bad bitch?
Yes, indeed. You better get those stamps on that passport.
Have you ever been to London before?
I have not. I have not crossed over the pond yet.
Oh, we'll have to do that and take our podcast on the road.
I would love to. The idea of being in coach for 14 hours.
Well, sweetie, we got to make sure that we're not in coach.
I know. That's the thing. I just got those first class prices.
They are astronomical. Because let me tell you, every time I went, my ass was in coach.
I know. It's worth the money, but my God, it's still kind of up there. I told one of my friends, one of my friends knows that one of my favorite movies is Last Holiday with Queen Latifah, and they end up going to Karlovy Vary. So that's kind of been one of those vacations he
What
wants
you
to
call
take
me?
Karlovy Vary in the Czech Republic.
Is that for a real place?
It is actually.
You done made that up.
No, it really
Somebody
is.
Google it and get back with us.
Now, the hotel poop might be made up, but poop, whatever it's called.
Papu?
Yes, but yeah, so of course when he told me, he's like, oh, this is how much the flight costs. I'm like, that's coach, So I kind of quoted Queen Latifah in the movie. How much for the damn cocoons? It was like damn $7,000.
Wow.
I was like, ooh, no.
Round trip $7K. Wow. Yeah. Someday though,
One day
we're gonna hit that lottery. So we're gonna sell this podcast.
If our producers decide that they can write it off as a business expense.
Can we write off? We're our producers. We produce this.
That is true.
Can we write it off, girl?
I think so.
I need someone.
Let me go make that LLC
who
right quick.
is an accountant to hit us up in the DMs on our Instagram page, which is Soulful Cream Podcast.
Yes, indeed.
Get in our DMs. We always answer DMs unless you're trying to sell us cryptocurrency. Although,
and if you have any cute single friends that work for the airline, I'm sure Cream would give them a good
watch it now.
Chance.
Watch it now. Only if I don't have to fly standby.
Oh, there you go.
Because if I got to fly standby, girl, I could just do that. But I could do bad all by myself. I could do bad all
I know
by
that's right.
myself. Ja, can we get into this? Listen, I know people are tired of talking about Will Smith slapping the piss out of Chris Rock. I know.
I'm tired of hearing about it, but I haven't talked about it yet, so I might have it in me.
Oh, I've been talking about it all on my Facebook, and I know people be trying to read me, on their pages.
It's just such an unfortunate and complicated situation, and it's really left a lot of people divided. It's made people choose sides, which everybody has everybody that's feeling really strong and passionate about this has a good argument about it. Will Smith was defending his wife.
Yeah, see, I'm going to disagree with you right there. Everybody don't have a good argument. Because to me, that's a bad argument.
Okay, I could see that.
Like when people say that he was defending the black woman. Oh my
So
God.
everybody has a a passionate side. They may not have the best argument
Yeah,
for
thank you.
it.
I'll take that.
Yes,
That's better. Everybody has things they're passionate
yes.
about.
Some people feel that Will was, defending his wife. Some people feel Chris Rock was just exercising his right as a comedian.
When is it okay, if ever, to hit someone who has not hit you?
It's not.
Is that black and white for you?
Yeah, it's very black and white.
I don't know. I don't know if it's that black and white for me. I'm passionate about that because, as someone who was picked on and bullied when I was little and skinny and extra effeminate and scared to fight and tenderhearted, I use my words mostly because I didn't want to fight. And oftentimes me using my words got with people who didn't know how to use words turned into them trying to hit me.
Right.
So I have a strong aversion to people who use their hands in place of their words.
Time and a place. Well, whether there's a time and a place, I certainly wouldn't do it on the stage on the Oscars while it's being recorded live.
That's the big difference, right? You may get them outside in the hallway or get them in the alley, coming out of the Oscars or just even in front of people, but when the camera was off, at commercial. But so what does that say to Will Smith's state of mind that he would risk it all for something in this grand scope of his life?
Well,
so
unfortunately,
trivial.
all we can do is speculate.
Well, that's what we're here to do. We're here to
speculate. I mean, at the end of the day, it's between him and his therapist. But I do feel like a lot of Will Smith's laundry is out for the world to see.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably put a lot of undue pressure for him. Jada has her Red Table Talk show, and she's revealed a lot of intimate, private details about her marriage with Will Smith, along with some extramarital activities that she's engaged in over in the past, regardless of what the circumstances may have been at the time.
But not like I said, let's put a Kanye on you, but Will Smith has been just as transparent about the relationship. And about his experiences. And I bought Will's book. I bought it and listened to it on tape. And it's a very good book, very inspirational. But he talks a lot about, there's a section in the book where he talks about how him and Jada kind of split for a while, where it was like, okay, he said, I give up trying to figure out how to make you happy. You got to go figure out how to make yourself happy. I got to figure out how to make me happy.
When Beyonce was becoming up, she was up and coming. She had gone solo from Destiny's Child. She had married Jay-Z. She went and had an interview on the Oprah show. And at one point, Oprah told her, the greatest thing I could teach you is just to keep your private life private. Mm-hmm. And she's done it ever since. Mm-hmm. She is, she lets us see as much as she wants us to see.
Right.
I think the one thing that we probably saw from her that might have been questionably scandalous in the last 10, 15 years was the video footage of Solange attacking Jay-Z in the elevator. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, she has done an incredible job of keeping her private life private.
Well, I think what she has done, because we all knew about Jay-Z being a cheater even before she made music about it.
True.
So I think what she has done is a good job at controlling the narrative. And, okay, fine. Everybody knows he's cheating. I'm going to put that in my music. And I'm going to write about it, sing about it, and da-da-da-da-da about it. So I agree with you, but I also agree with you in the sense that we only know, beyond the cheating stuff, we only know what she wants us to know. And that really isn't very much. It really isn't very. That's why oftentimes on RuPaul's Drag Race, when people talk about doing Beyonce, RuPaul and them will say, well, Beyonce's not a character who's known for her personality because she don't reveal much about herself to people. There's nothing to really play. But ultimately, I don't know. We'll see how this all goes down. I think for me, it's been interesting to see how people think, man, how different people think.
The polarization that has come with it and how a lot of family members and friends have stopped over this. Like, you can't even discuss your viewpoint and express to people and disagree with people without them name calling. And that's the part that really shocks me.
Why are you trying to talk about me?
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm not name call.
I haven't seen you name call anybody,
I
but
haven't name called people.
I've seen you get attacked a bit.
I haven't.
And I've seen other people do some heavy duty attacking over some of the most simplest but cryptic posts out on social media.
Well, my thing is this, and I can't speak for nobody else, but sometimes I'm protecting my peace. It's like you have this opinion about that. Why don't you just sit over there? Why don't I just snooze you for 30 days till this issue calms down?
And the next issue takes over.
And the next issue takes over, and I'll snooze you again if you say some stupid F about that. And I am sure I get snoozed.
You gotta love social media for that. Yeah. A few years ago, Mariah Carey was under fire because of the lip syncing in her New Year's special. And they talked about it for a week until Kim Burrell took over for making those remarks about Eddie Long and the gays.
Ooh.
I'm sure Mariah was relieved. Here's the baton.
It does happen. I mean,
it is what it is. But we can at least try to do better. We don't have to cut everybody off just because we disagree.
Well,
we could snooze them for 30 days.
Maybe.
But don't unfriend necessarily.
I don't know. Depends on how much I knew you before. I mean, for real. If I just barely know your ass and you up there showing out on social media, girl, unfriend. Like, I don't know you.
Yeah, but I mean,
but if we're friends,
does the showing out even have to be necessary though? That's the part.
Exactly.
I totally get muting somebody and protecting your peace, but people have really showed out on this, and it's been mind blowing.
Well, we're gonna take a moment for our sponsors, and then we're gonna come back and talk about some new music from Normani and the New Kids on the Block.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
New Kids on the Block.
Talk about a throwback.
Throwback indeed. And we'll be right back. Are you about to be evicted? Have you run out of couches to crash on? When visiting friends, do they tell you you have to leave the overnight bag behind? Oh, face it, sis. The jig is up. But you don't have to be a hobo no mo. Put that good D, strong back and stroke game to work for you. Soulful Escorts connects you to sexually frustrated single professionals who are standing by, eager to provide housing in return for exotic trips to Pound Town. Let us connect you to these lonely singles today by calling 1-900-BACKARCH. That's 1-900-BACARCH. Stop pretending you only need to stay just one night, sis.
Here we go.
There we go. So, Normani, for those of you who live under a rock, was a part of the group Fifth Harmony.
Yes.
That's Camila Cabello. She came from that group, right?
Yes, I believe so.
And then Normani had, she's done a lot of good features. One of my favorite features she did was with Sam Smith, Dancing with a Stranger.
Great one.
That's a really good one.
Then she had her debut, well, not a debut, but the explosive debut of Wild Side with Cardi B.
Yeah. Oh, but before that, though, she had be your motivation tonight. So, yes. And then she did Cardi B's. Talented, lovely girl. But Normani has come out the past couple of weeks with a new song called Fair. And Fair is about basically you broke up with someone or they broke up with you and you've been broken up and it's 200 days later and you still have feelings for them, strong feelings, but they've moved on. And, that's what the song's about.
Yeah.
It's
not fair that you can move on and I'm still stuck.
Yes, and that's the essence of the song. So when you heard the song and you also saw the visualizer that she did, and we saw the Jimmy Fallon performance, which was stunning. What is the song doing for you, Fair?
So I love the arrange. See me, I'm a music
I was
person.
about to say Soulful is a musician and a songstress.
So, musically speaking, I love the arrangement of the music. I get excited when I hear music that has enough body to it that I could transcribe it to piano,
Mm.
and this definitely has that.
Mhm.
Um, I think she did a lot of interesting and brilliant things with her voice throughout the song.
Yeah, yeah.
The visualizer video, for me, I've heard of Normani over the years. I haven't really had the opportunity to look at her the way I did in that visualizer video. She is just a gorgeous girl. She
Beautiful.
gorgeous, looks extremely young.
Yeah.
Like I would have thought that she's like fresh out of high school.
But she's not. She's a
But
grown
she's a
woman.
grown woman with an amazing voice and just incredible talent.
Mhm.
And when I saw the performance that she did on Jimmy Fallon, you know, the vocal performance may or may not have been pre-recorded, but it sounded amazing.
Yeah.
But what got me was the choreography she did while
Right.
she was
For such a slow
performing.
song.
She had a lot of sudden pops, and like you said, it's a slow song, but yet she still added a lot of fire to it.
Yeah, the performance had so much energy and life, and it was so sexy. And I think I'm at an age now where uh, I almost see girls Normani's age like they're my daughters, as opposed to like when I was Normani's age, I saw girls like that as my idols. Like I remember being 19 when Janet Jackson's Janet album came out, I think, or 18 when the album came out, and she was like my inspiration for the inner woman inside of me. That was, the sexual woman inside of me that was clamoring to get out. But now I think at this age, the ripe age of my age, I look at those young 20 something girls and I'm like, you're sexy, or are you a little
Whose
too
daughter
sexy?
is this?
Whose child is this? But I mean, but in the same token, though, I'm here for the performance. I'm here for her embracing her sensuality. I'm here for the dark skinned girl, the dark brown skinned girl power. I'm here for all of that. I'm here for all of that. I think, unfortunately, the song isn't doing as big as I think the song should be doing, because unfortunately, so much of the industry is about not just the music. It seems like it's about the people and
And
attached
who
to
it's
it.
drawing in and all of that.
And
But it's
normally,
not too late. Y'all can go out there and look it up on YouTube and add some
yeah,
views to it.
because
Stream it. It's a great song.
it's yeah, the money doesn't do a lot of. To me, she doesn't seem to do a lot of press. She does press, but you don't really see her out there
Not
a lot,
alone.
And so I would like to see her. Normani, I know you're a fan of the Soulful Cream podcast, okay?
And maybe we can have you on one day.
Yeah, we have you on. Normani, come on. Just hit us up on uh Instagram, slide into our DMs. I'm sure we'll probably eventually get an email. We don't have an email right now. Let's say the email will be
Or the QR code.
or the QR. What, you keep going back to these QR codes? Where are the
I'm
QR
trying to
codes?
stay current.
Oh my god. Okay.
But
So
yes,
uh
as Cream was saying,
all right,
when the time comes,
when the
the
time comes,
email will be.
the email will be Soulful Cream Podcast at gmail.com. Why not?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So the other song that's popping right now is, and it's popping for me. Now, mind you, I'm late. This song's been out over a month, and it's New Kids on the Block featuring
In Vogue.
In Vogue, yes,
Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper, and the dude's name started with R.
Oh, Rick Ashley.
Rick Ashley, yes, never gonna give you up, never gonna.
let you down.
Down.
Never gonna come around and
It
hurt
hurts
you.
you. Yeah. So, and everybody sounds so good on this song. It's called "Bring Back the Time."
And a very appropriate title because it's a lot of. The song is great itself, very high energy, very great use of the artist. Although I do agree with Cream, I feel like In Vogue might have been a little underutilized.
Totally underutilized in the song. We were listening to it earlier today, and I was
'Cause-
like, "We need more In Vogue in this."
but I thought the music video was so brilliantly done. It was
Yeah,
just
one of the
such
best
a
I've seen in a while.
tribute to a lot of the most iconic and legendary '80s videos that we
Yeah.
remember.
And I will say a tribute to a lot of the legendary white videos of the 80s.
True.
True.
Yes, we had "Whip It" by Devo.
Yeah.
"Simply Irresistible" by Robert Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anybody that breathed the breath of life in the '80s can look at
Yeah.
any of these videos and be like, "I remember that."
It did feel good. It did feel good because the cheerleader one was that was
Hey Mickey, you
so
so
fine.
fine, you so fine, you
Yes.
blow my mind. Hey Mickey,
Yes.
I never knew who sang that song.
I know who sang it. Go ahead and read us on the internet, girl. Go ahead. I want to say it's
Hey,
like
English wasn't always my first language, and I didn't speak
Mickey.
English through a lot of the
No.
'80s.
That's the name of the song, Mickey.
Mickey.
It's not Belinda Carlisle. That's the girl from the Go-Go's or something like that.
I'm Belinda Carla. That's who Weak, Get Weak, and Heaven is a Place on Earth.
I don't know, but if whoever you are, if you know this and you're trying to read us, you probably don't know some of the stuff. You don't know some of the other stuff we know. So,
Right.
Anyway,
We are a library here.
yes,
A living playlist.
but yeah, the video is amazing, and the women of In Vogue look gorgeous. They look so gorgeous.
It's funny they're actually being utilized in the same way that in the Simply Irresistible video that by Robert Palmer, the models with the guitars.
Yeah, I mean that's them in the back
Mhm.
strumming away. Honestly, listen, it's a New Kids on the Block song, and they didn't want In Vogue on there out singing them, so they just
Which would have not been hard to do.
which would not be because what's her name? Is it Cheryl? Start with a C?
Oh, Cindy.
Cindy, she's a taller one, right?
Yes.
Then Cindy always looks so gorgeous to me. I mean, they all look gorgeous, but Cindy's like to me the most gorgeous because she seems so sweet.
Oh yeah,
like
she's
to me
always been
sweet.
the sweet one. Me, I'm a bigger of all of them. Terry Ellis is my favorite.
Terry Ellis, she's the other one. She's the one that's still in
the
the group,
original
right?
member.
Yeah.
Yes, her and Cindy
Her
are
and
the
Cindy
original members. That are
Terry voice sounds so good. Terry is great too. She's great. Like Terry, she's wonderful. Like she's a favorite of mine too. But I think I seem to like. To me, Cindy, I think I would want to hang out with her. Like Cindy would be the kind of person to be like, oh, you can stay over and and you'll wake up and Cindy's ordered breakfast and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
made your coffee just like you like it.
yeah, Terry would take you out. You go to brunch.
You go to
with her.
brunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bottomless mimosas.
Yes, totally. But yeah, so y'all get out there, check out that New Kids on the Block song. Also, you said this Salt and Pepper's on the song. I thought their rap was a little lame.
I guess they've done such incredible things in the past, but you're squeezing in a lot of artists in one song, so I guess you can only do so much.
I felt like maybe they should have rapped a little faster.
Yes, because it is a fast song.
And it was like bikinis, tiny, shoes, tall, mall. It's like, girl, what is this, like Grammar Patrol? Like,
right.
I mean, but they look great. They look great. I was glad to see them still together. Of course, I couldn't help but think about, poor Spinderella.
Poor Spinderella.
She done been blocked out, honey. They don't block Spinderella out. But and then that Rick Isley, I keep forgetting his
Rick
name.
Astley.
Rick Astley. He sounds great. Like
he looks great for his age too.
He does. He needs to make some more music because his voice was pretty stellar on this song. I was like, it was just clear as a bell. I like that sound that he has. But Bring Back the Time. Go check it out on all your streaming platforms. I actually went and bought it. I usually don't buy music now because I have that thing on Apple. Oh, you don't know about this girl because she was an Android user.
I am an Android user
uh,
with iTunes Music on my phone.
oh, 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 oh,
So,
oh, I'm gagged.
so continue.
Oh, I'm gagged.
I have the playlist. I have the purchase music.
Oh, Apple got smart, bitch. Okay, so she said, yeah, you Android hoes can have Apple Music. Come on. So I usually do the thing where I just, where you go, like, you add the music, but you don't buy the music, know. But I wanted to own that. I said, I want to own this. And it was only 69 cents.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very great prices.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had so much iTunes music from back in the day when I had iPods and stuff like that. I'd end up getting Apple cards as gift cards, and I just use it to buy music. So I was delighted to see when I was able to put the iTunes Music app on my Android phone and see that I still have access to all that purchased music over the years.
I'll be honest, that's one of the reasons why I never switched. I was like,
well, now you
what
know that
about
you
my
can
music?
still have the app on an Android phone, so you're not stuck forever.
well, I am curious about the new Samsung.
The S22 Ultra.
Between that and the Google one, or whatever one is supposed to be doing all the great pictures and stuff.
Ah, okay.
Like,
the Google, not Google Fi, but I know which one you're talking about. The
Yeah.
Google Pixel.
Because honestly, everybody seems the camera seems to be better than the iPhone camera. I don't know why iPhone can't get their cameras right. I don't know.
I mean, they've added enough for them on the back.
Okay. It's like, girl, why is my picture still not turning out pretty? Like, maybe it's just operator error. I don't know. All right, y'all. We're going to take a brief break, and we'll be back. Y'all go get you some chitlins or something in the kitchen.
It's the little red bucket.
There's a little red bucket in there. All right. Be right back. Bye. Ooh, child. Did somebody fart in here?
Are people on to you? Are you running out of excuses? Is that Instagram story of you asking people for $25 to go to brunch getting tired? Well, we have a solution for you. Cream Diggler Scamming Consultants are standing by to help you generate new and unique stories to get random strangers to generally cash app you money. And it's totally illegal. I mean, legit. Call us now at 1-888-FEEDS-ME. That's 1-888-FEEDSME. Scamming operators are standing by. I mean, why work for it when you can beg for it?
Well, praise Jesus and pass the ammunition. We are back.
Blessed and highly flavored.
What's your flavor?
Oh, I'm like those little ramen packs.
Oh, gross. I don't want that. But, a lot of people do.
Sometimes I'm a little salty.
Some people like the ramen pack. So, hey, everything ain't for everybody.
I don't know. I do like to do my own seasoning sometimes. I love my garlic powder.
Right? I'm going to do a house blend with a little bit of garlic powder, a little kosher salt. I'm going to throw in some onion powder, maybe some
See, that's what I'm talking about.
paprika and some cayenne. And
I see you like that little kick.
Oh yeah. You
gotta be the real deal to use that cayenne.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Who is hiring these people to do these commercials? Because these commercials.
That is a good question.
These commercials are sounding really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're fancy. Somebody needs to hire those actors.
I think so too. It's a great way to discover talent that it seems something so simple to do a commercial, but then you realize, oh wow, he's a beast.
Yeah. I mean, our reach is so far and wide that I'm sure someone's gonna get discovered off of, doing a commercial for our podcast.
Oh, most definitely.
Most definitely, right? You know what else I could see for us?
What's that?
I could see us podcasting at a circuit party.
Oh,
Could
that would
you,
be amazing.
could you see it?
In Palm Springs?
Lovely.
I've never been.
Oh, Big Boy Pride, or what the hell they call that place?
Yes, in Orlando.
Oh yeah, there. I mean, but they would have to fly me out there. I'm not paying those ticket prices. I mean, no offense to anybody going. I mean, it's a lovely event, but girl, not me.
I'm going.
I know you going. You going out to Big Boy Pride out there. I mean, you've been going for many years.
Oh, yes, I'm definitely an alumni. Continuing education.
Continuing education alum. I think there's a stronger word for what you are. You are
a founder.
You are a founding member. You are royalty.
Oh Lord, Lifetime Achievement Award.
Institutional member. Membership of the Big Boy Pride. Yes, honey. I took my freshman self there. How many years ago was that? 3, 4 years ago?
About 4
years.
Say 4 years ago. It was fun having you there too.
It was fun-ish, but I was in the wrong frame of mind to be there. I was looking for a man. And that's not a place you go to search for a husband. Although I thought it could be possible.
You were looking for Mr. Right, and there was a lot of Mr. Right nows.
And there was a lot of Mr. Right Now energy.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is.
And I'm not judging.
You could have found a future ex there.
I could have, but I don't have no trouble finding future exes. Speaking of which, we could be talking about exes today. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Oh yeah, I see you, sis. I see you.
I said it and you slam it.
So the case of the exes is what we're talking about today. And why is your ex an ex, and what part did you play in that happening? I think that's kind of the biggest thing. I mean, everyone has a variety of reasons for why they broke up with someone, but
the hardest part is to take responsibility for what you brought to it.
It is the hardest part. Why do you think that is the hard? Why is it hard to own up and say the relationship didn't work because I messed it up in this way?
I think because a lot of people haven't finished reconciling the hurt that resulted from it.
How many syllables was that word?
Reconcile?
Yeah, how many syllables was that?
Just 3.
Just 3, of course, minimum.
Bare minimum, just like what some people are doing in these relationships. Why they ended up being an ex.
Oh my God, he hit us with another segue. He's like, bring it back over. Okay. Yeah.
But no, I think a lot of people, they were hurt in the relationship, which ended up resulting in it ending, and then they're hurt again because it ended.
Mm-hmm. And
they just haven't had the opportunity. They haven't given themselves a valid post-mortem as to why.
Okay. Now I'm gonna pause you again because we have all kinds of people in the audience. Now I know what a post-mortem is because I work in the theater.
I'm sorry. I grew up in that age where I read the lyrics to all the Mariah Carey albums, and she likes to use some big words.
Yeah.
Emblazoned.
And so you read Postmortem in a Mariah Carey song?
No, that one's one of mine.
Oh, that's one of you.
I went and did my own research.
You did your own research on that one. Okay.
I do my own research.
Okay, your own research. Lord Soulful does his own research. So why don't you tell us, break it down, what does postmortem mean for the young people?
So postmortem is when you analyze a situation and try to figure out why it turned out the way it did, so that you can avoid it from happening again.
Right, we're analyzing the situation after the situation is over and has happened. Yes. Continue on, please.
So yes, I think a lot of people just don't take the time to do that. They are so buried in the hurt that they just want to forget it ever happened, or in some cases jump into the next situation too soon, which we like to call the rebound.
Yeah. I mean, or you're avoiding how you contributed to the situation. So,
absolutely.
So you're always throwing up these diversions for yourself. And I think the reason why, and to get back to the topic at hand, the reason why some of my exes are exes is because I was giving people a chance that I knew. Well, I was trying to, we know what our preferences are, right, and what things that we like. And I try to pride myself on being someone who has an open mind, and I'll give anyone a chance. Very Janet Jackson, Nutty Professor. Doesn't really matter what the eyes are seeing, because I'm in love with the inner being. Very, very that. That's what I try to be. But the fact of the matter is, it does matter. It does matter what the eyes are seeing.
Oh,
It
absolutely.
does
I
matter.
came to that conclusion. It was like,
It does
I
matter.
was like, I don't want to be seen as shallow, but if I'm going to have the same relationship problems with one person that I will with another, they may as well be somebody that I enjoy seeing first thing in the morning.
Yes, yes, totally, totally.
Doesn't mean they're unattractive. I'm just not attracted to them.
Right. But when you reflect back on your past relationships, romantic relationships, is there a pattern or a something that repeats itself? I guess I'm still saying pattern. That you see that that's revealing itself in terms of, oh, I tend to break up with people for this reason, or they break up with me for this reason.
So I guess this is a challenging question to ask me because I haven't been in a real relationship in over 10 years.
Mm.
So I can speak to the ones before that.
Mm-hmm.
I think to the ones before that, it was just a real lack of communication from, I definitely contributed to the lack of communication and vice versa. Uh,
But
but
see, I cu- I'm gonna challenge you on the relationship thing,
okay.
because I define relationship as even dating. Like, if you met someone and y'all agreed to go out and see each other, and y'all see each other repeatedly, that's a relationship to me.
It's not formal, but
It's
it
not
is some type.
exclusive, but
Yeah.
it's a relationship. And at some point, the dating stops for some reason or another. In your case, it stopped. So why, these 10 years since you've had a committed relationship, I'll say that.
Hmm.
Why were the dating relationships cut short? Like, why were you? I guess I'm not gonna say you were serial dating, but why do you think over the
I
all?
mean, I very well could be.
So
So
what?
why is
Why?
it that, the dates that I went on just ended up being that and never progressed any
Yeah,
further?
yeah, yeah.
It's been a variety of reasons. Some because, as we mentioned, and I might have mentioned this in a separate conversation, but reciprocation is a big thing for me. I like to see you return the same energy and efforts with me that I do with you.
Mm-hmm.
So if we've been dating for a while and I realize that it's always me putting my foot forward, I'm the one that's always calling. I'm the one that's asking you out and paying. If we're going Dutch, cool, but I tend to be that person like where I'll pay this time, you pay next time.
Mm-hmm.
And unless I'm the one that's initiating and paying, we're just not going to see each other. I'm not going to pursue it any longer.
So, okay, I'm gonna get Dr. Phil on you.
Go for it.
So what about you are choosing these broke ass niggas who don't want to pay?
Oh, that's a good question.
What are you attracted to in these men who have those qualities? That end up having the quality of not reciprocating. What in them are you seeing? Do you think?
I think it's just the availability.
Mm-hmm.
I think I find that people who do have the means to contribute for their side just don't make the time. They're
Mm.
either extremely busy or I'm just not a priority. I'm not a priority enough to be
Mm-hmm.
somebody that they're going to try to schedule something with. And
Yeah.
it could be for whatever reason. It could be a lack of interest or it could be because they're just genuinely that busy.
Yeah.
But it's just not something I'm going to be patient enough to pursue.
It can get harder when you're equally yoked.
Mhm.
When they don't need nothing from you, you don't need nothing from them. Um, then you really must truly have things in common and be connected, and things of that nature. Uh, because I remember a time when I was broke, and when I was in college, dating men who made money, and I was very available because I was available for a meal, honey.
Oh, sure.
You taking me out there? Ooh, let's eat, let's go. I'm ready. Where you want to go? Let's go. Let's do it. I'm available because I ain't got no money. Da, da, da. But of course, that availability kind of changes when you don't need nothing from nobody, right?
For a couple of reasons. Either partially because you don't need anything, and two, because you're probably really busy sustaining this career
True.
that is providing you with the coin so that you don't need anybody.
Providing with the coins.
Uh-huh.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, I've got a project due. Or I had to stay at work late. Oh, I have this, I have to do these reviews and turn them in first thing in the morning. So you just get busy.
True. When I think back on my previous relationships, I do think for the most part, they ended for a couple of reasons. And I'm gonna say, probably me not being willing to compromise, me being afraid to waste time on somebody who ain't gonna pay off. Like going like, oh, do I want to invest any more in this? It doesn't seem to be getting better. Like this investment doesn't seem to be climbing.
Understood. It plateaus.
Yes, it plateaued.
A plateau is a.
Our audience is not dumb. We know what a plateau is, don't we, children? If we don't, we really need to Google it, and I really need you to get. I really need you to go back to school if you don't know what plateau means. Okay. Okay. All right.
I think they got it.
Yeah. So I mean, most recently I had a breakup, and I don't want to go into it too deep because they may listen to it, and I don't want to be offensive to anyone. Believe it or not. But it was just. I think there were probably some elements and qualities that I saw earlier on that I kind of had like, I'm not sure if this is going to work. But the person had so many other positive qualities. I was like, I don't want to be like a box checking kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess what I'm learning is that as I get older, you do just have some boxes that just got to be checked.
I agree.
You do. And that's okay. Because if you don't check them, they're going to get checked later. Or you're going to have a problem with it later.
Oh, yeah.
Sooner or later, there's going to be a problem because we like what we like. We just do. And there's nothing wrong with it.
No. And, there's the way I see it, especially if you're somebody that's seeking something monogamous.
Yes, which I always am.
Yeah, and I am too. I don't, for those people that like the alternatives, the polyamorous, like, good for you.
Yeah, good for you.
If you can make it work, because, I mean, it's a very enticing and appealing structure.
It is,
but
it could be.
For me, I prefer, my preference is monogamous. I'm just built to tolerate one person. But, with that being said, there's, if you're just seeking one person, there's a billion people out there.
Yeah.
You're going to find you're going to find somebody that checks off all the boxes. It might take a while, but they're out there.
I don't know if anybody has checked all the boxes, but they'll probably, hopefully
the critical ones.
Yeah, the critical ones, yes. You can find most of them. I just want to find somebody who, I better not say that. I want to put that out there.
A man who loves music, a man who loves art, respects the spirit world,
and who has good credit, because one of us got to do it, because it ain't gonna be me. I'm not the one bringing that to the table.
Approved.
I need one of us to be able to get it. Listen, honey, I bring other things to the table. I bring jokes and
a strong bag.
Strong bag. Well, for now, times change. You better get me while you can. Get me while you can.
It's perishable.
It's perishable. Exactly. There's an expiration date on that back. So, oh my goodness. So, you know what? I think it's time for a caller.
All right.
I think we have a caller.
We haven't had one in a while. I think that'd be nice.
It'd be nice. Let's go to the phone lines and let's see who this caller is. As usual, I I like to take a bathroom break when the caller calls
Of
in.
course.
You know, that's what I
Put
do.
me to work.
I put you to extra work. You get overtime for it. What is it? $5.25?
They're being so generous because of inflation and all.
Yeah, I mean, hey. So it looks like the caller ID says the caller's name is Roscoe. Roscoe from Texas.
Oh God.
So I'm gonna put Roscoe, bring him up in the queue, and you and Roscoe just y'all have a good time. I'll be right back. Because I have a tiny bladder.
All right, let's put him on. Hello, caller. You're on. Welcome to the Soulful Cream podcast.
Hello there. Hello there. How you doing?
Hi. Roscoe, is it?
It is Roscoe, as in Roscoe P. Coltrane, but that's not my name. I'm not P. Coltrane.
Well, Roscoe, we're glad to have you. We're talking about exes and relationships right now.
I know y'all are. I've been listening, and I'm really tired of hearing about this.
Oh goodness.
I mean,
well, just for before you
you interrupted me. You interrupted me. Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me.
My apologies, sir.
Yes, be sorry. I'm a child of God. Don't interrupt me.
Are you one of those child of gods that loves Jesus but you drink a little?
How dare you, sir? How dare you, sir? I'd never touch that stuff.
Not even the communion wine?
Of course I drink communion wine. I drink it regularly every day because Jesus has blessed it. And I steal it from the church, but that's my business and nobody else's. Anyway, get back to my call. And I don't know why I'm starting to sound like Dave Chappelle, but that's my business.
Well, sir, first of all, let's just make sure you're not one of Cream's exes.
Oh no. I don't do that gay stuff, but I'm an ally. I'm an ally.
Well, we'll take all the assistance we can get.
Yes. So I am calling because I would like for y'all to talk about something a little lighter, something happier.
Okay.
Than exes. I mean, I know there's some sad Sallies out there that like to hear about exes, but I want to hear about some happiness stuff.
All right.
As I sit here and drink my Jesus juice.
That is absolutely valid.
Yeah.
Nobody will make you seek a happy place better than an ex will. So let's talk about that.
I'm gonna let y'all talk about it. I gotta go because I got some Jesus juice brewing on the stove right now.
Well, Roscoe, it was great having you.
You ain't happy yet.
Oh,
you ain't happy yet. I can crack a joke too.
I see.
Yeah, y'all be good out there. You hear? Be good.
All right. Well, that was an interesting time with our caller.
Woo! Ooh, child, my bladder is so tiny.
You really need to see a urologist.
Stay out of my business. Stay out of my business. So, how did it go with Roscoe? Sexy name, Roscoe.
Yes, it sounded like he was fresh out of Jefferson, Texas.
Oh, I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I don't know. We big in Jefferson.
Yes, I see.
And Kenlock as well.
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
Still big in Kenlock.
Still big in Kenlock.
But, our caller did bring an interesting twist on it.
Well, what did he say?
Obviously talking about exes can take us down. So, it kind of opened up the question about what do we like to do to get us into our happy place?
One of my things that I do is eat.
That was going to be my number one. It's like I am a stress eater. I am a celebratory eater.
Yes, check.
Yes.
Keep going.
Yeah, I
I'm
I
a
eat
bored
when I'm
eater.
hungry. I eat when I'm not.
Yes, check.
It's like I don't know what it is. I just love food.
It's right for all occasions.
Totally agree. I mean, I'm sure I need therapy,
Well,
but
right.
But as long as it's got some good seasoning.
I've talked to my therapist about this.
Mm-hmm.
I remember saying to her, I said, listen, it's hard to manage your food when it brings you so much joy. I don't eat food just for function and the science of it all. You know, there's an emotional connection to biting into something delicious that makes your mouth water. That's unctuous. Oh yes, I can do that too.
Yes, indeed. You
Yes,
nailed it.
that's unctuous and has that's savory or sweet or whatever. All these things. My mouth is watering just thinking. It brings me happiness.
I agree. I couldn't agree with
You
you
know.
more. I mean, I absolutely have to thank you for introducing me to the world of Indian food.
Oh, talk about flavor upon flavor.
Yes.
If you have not had Indian food, tell the people, what do you love about Indian food? How does Indian food bring you joy?
So, when you took me out for Indian food that one time, we had the tandoori chicken,
Uh-huh.
the butter chicken, and the lamb korma.
Yeah, that's right, bitches. We had three main dishes. That's right.
And rice all around.
Yes.
About 5 different kinds of naan and so many different sauces.
Yes, we eats.
Yes, indeed. And the thing about it is, each individual dish is already packed and loaded with flavor. And then you're mixing them together, adding sauces and everything.
Yes.
And usually when you play with that much flavor, something's going to get lost in translation. Something's going to get overpowered. Not the case here. No. Everything stood out.
Yeah, right?
It was just like a beautiful chorus of flavor.
I'm not even going to try to follow that description up. I'm just going to go, I agree. I totally agree with you.
Yes, it's been one of the best experiences of my life, and I think that's just where I find myself trying to replicate that experience, discovering new dishes and new cuisines that can excite my taste buds.
Oh, I'm like that too. I'm all the time going on different quests for the best fried chicken wings, the best cheese fries. Like, I'm always looking for the best French toast. Like, those are things I'm always looking for. I'm also on a quest for the best tasting healthy food. Like, hit me up with a delicious salad that just whatever, the dressing is amazing and blah blah blah. Like, I don't care if it has meat in it or not, if it's vegetarian or whatever, long as the flavor is there.
Oh, yes. Here we were talking about this wasn't going to be a food podcast. I guess you're getting a pass today.
I'm getting my way. Yes.
The right company will do it too. Platonic friends. Like, I always feel great and empowered after hanging out with you.
Aww.
So, and then this one makes me happy, but it's also like a coping mechanism to deal with stress. Bubble baths, especially with Dr. Teal's.
I don't bathe. I shower, but I don't lie in a bath. It
smells great, y'all.
I don't lie in the bath.
So I discovered the Dr. Teal's bubble oils and stuff, bath oils, the most amazing thing ever. And I find me a tub that's a little bit wide because we got some girth.
Yes, exactly.
And in the words of Rasputin, let me submerge this ass. It's just something magical that happens.
So bubble baths gives you great joy, relaxation.
Oh, absolutely. I will put my phone in the other room, lay in the bath with the eucalyptus oils or the Dr. Teal's even makes a cannabis sativa oil. And I'll put my tablet to play some quiet meditation music, and I'll just lay in there for as long as I want. It's very relaxing.
That's good. What brings me great joy is something that's not necessarily, I don't know if it's cool to say this, but just watching TV. Like, I love to sit in a cold, dark room watching great TV that I love and binging on TV that I love. Like, it brings me such happiness. Like,
see,
yeah.
I personally don't have the patience to watch TV like that, just because and I think it's just because I've been programmed to be so busy all the time. I always have something in mind to do. So I normally have a difficult time understanding and relating to people that do find peace and relaxation in watching TV. However, in your case, it makes total sense because of your theater background. And me having sat down and watched shows with you, which normally I wouldn't do with too many people, you definitely know how to pick some great shows. I mean, you had me watch WandaVision from beginning to end in one sit down, and that is a miracle in itself that you were able to get me to do that. And it's not something that I did for the sake of being nice or anything. I really and truly enjoyed the show, and watching it with you, knowing the kind of theater background you have, I was able to enjoy the show, but also appreciate the direction that the show was taking. Starting off with the honeymooners style,
Right.
Jumping into a Brady Bunch style every time they moved into a 10-year genre and all that.
Right.
So, just so brilliantly done. And understanding that you have that extra outlook when you watch TV shows just makes perfect sense to me why it's a happy place for you.
Oh yeah, most assuredly. So yo, what's your way of finding joy out there? Please, give us an email at soulfulpodcast@gmail.com, or you can hit us up at Soulful Podcast. Soulful Cream Podcast. Sorry, I'm forgetting myself. Soulful Cream Podcast at gmail.com, or Soulful Cream Podcast on Instagram. Hit us up and say hi and let us know what brings you joy.
Who knows? You might be our caller next time.
Yeah, right? Someone had the nerve to say they didn't believe that our callers were real.
I don't see how they think that. That was clearly a Jefferson, Texas area code.
Clearly, right? Haters.
Right.
They don't understand that.
Oh well. If you got haters, you're doing something right.
Doing something right. Amen. Well, you know what? I want to spring one last thing on you before we go.
Sure.
What is your word of the day? Your word of the day right now is how you're feeling as you get ready to end your day in this moment. What is the word of the day that first springs to your mind right now?
Effortlessly. He
had to give us some multiple syllabic words.
One thing you'll learn about me, I love adverbs.
He loves adverbs, that one. He's doing his English thing. All right. Effortlessly. It was effortless today. It was. All right. Thank y'all so much for listening. I am Cream Diggler.
I am Soulful Mexican.
And we are out of here. Bye.
Good night.
Ba. You have been listening to the Soulful Cream Podcast. And honey, we are so thankful for you listening to our little old podcast.
Whether it was your first time or the 100th time, we are grateful for you.
Be sure to share this podcast with your friends.
Don't keep us all to yourself now.
We are the Soulful Cream Podcast.